remember what everything's up to. We're down at red signs right now, down here, which I remember we built last time. We overbuilt on substations a teeny bit. That's fine. We can deal with that. How far can you reach? Quite a long way. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting straight into doing the organizational things here. 3, 4. Actually kind of off by 1. Custom wiring. Oh yeah. I've never gone all out with custom wiring, but it's... always does look the part. Rid of that. There. Does it even need that there? Yes it does. Okay. Well, the one thing we can do to the construction queue to help it along is add more things to the construction queue. Because that sounds like a good idea. Okay. I've used the city block idea before, trying for the first time. Is that for myself? If anything, a layered bricks works out better. It's a little bit easier on the train travel. Rain, how you doing? Hi, Rain. Thank you very much for that. 23 months up there. How you doing? Ain't seen you in a while. Thank you very much for that also. Can I build on water? Oh, there's a little dude of water there. Show some love and high pinch out there for Rain throwing down this up straight away. Maybe with a little bit of hink too. Yeah, the city block thing, it's good for organization, but it does run into some problems with train travel. Did minor custom wiring on your NAS, just single-headed wires going each 5A drives versus super long cables. Hey, Flip, nice to see you. You're not built yet. No. I need to go get landfill. I don't have a picture of it, but it's instead of having cross junctions, you have alternating T junctions, like how you would see bricks being laid. That's something to look into. And then you don't have the problem of cross junctions, four-way intersections. Admittedly, most of the time, four-way intersections aren't too bad, but... And Darkback Kitties is here. Hi. Yep, definitely tired. I don't remember where I was up to with that explanation now. But yeah, the... Yeah, the four-way junction, like the city block thing does work to a point, and then the four-way junctions become the weakest link, and then you start getting trains hunting round in circles. It's a bit of a pain. Actually, I can do it now. Yeah, with these things. Let's turn off that. Okay, so instead of having four-way junctions like that, you have like a T-junction, then a T-junction, and then you stagger like that. Yeah. It means that trains going north-south would have to go out and then across, but it eliminates that cross-junction issue. God damn it, I keep forgetting to turn off that, or switch the wire mod over. Gosh, I saw the yeah, it's actually a thing. That's actually a thing. OnlyFans pay surprisingly well. They have a very good cut. It's That's why it's such an attractive how do I phrase it nice? It's why it's such an attractive option. So we're moving over. Probably not anytime soon. Probably move to YouTube though, if anything. I think it's in terms of the best return, or the company that takes the least cut is Patreon on top, then OnlyFans, something else, and then it's like I think there's actually a few more. YouTube's somewhere in the middle. Facebook's like below around there as well, and then right down the bottom is Twitch, which is like literally the worst. Like you couldn't get worse if you tried. Couldn't achieve worse if you tried. YouTube at least has a dynamic ad pay thing, which Twitch doesn't. Twitch just has a flat rate, and they take like 90%, something like that. So we're moving over. Ooh, more silly. We'll see about that. A lot of noise going on. I'm kind of waiting for it to go away. Banfield. Anyway, that's red signs. Just gotta plug it in now. Really now? I mean, I did do YouTube at least once, not long ago. I need to change the OBS settings to for it to work with it, because Twitch is more willing to take all kinds of random resolutions, whereas YouTube doesn't like that so much. Kind of prefers the 720 option. I have to pull up the video and find the thing again. The entire list. It's pretty funny though. The Twitch is like literally the worst. Also kind of alarming. Like a 3D artist. I mean, they already have several. You missed me? I think everyone's missed me. I miss being here too. Let's put my bots on, because they'll actually do stuff. Stuff and junk. And I definitely haven't been spending the time that I would have been on here during the week, the last week in Borderlands 3 or anything. I know what everyone's complaining about in that game. Fine. Alright, we're gonna have 2 unloads. Allegedly. No Borderlands 3. It would fall into the same category as the Mafia Definitive Edition. It's I mean, it runs better, but it's still definitely on the struggle bus. I might give it a go next week, or maybe some random time, just as a test run. Although having said all that though, the amount of dialogue you go through is pretty far up there. Like, there's a lot of dialogue that you have to sit through. The high-speed Factorio seller, moving here, thought you were doing 2 or 3. Oh yeah, because of all the leggies. Alrighty. Question is, do I want it that far away? Oh yeah, and the bots. The high tier bots. Let's not grab the track. You see, there's an FFF out too. It's been quite a while since we had one of those. Trying to think, there was something there that was actually a surprise. I can't remember what it was now. Thought they weren't a thing. Well, they said that they wouldn't be doing them continuously. LT4 is a community thing. And it tends to be, it just sort of became its own little thing, which I'm not into. But yeah, where's this? Yeah, I think my window centered. Try best. There we go. Well, almost. Yeah. There. And there. There we go. Yeah, so this is the one that came out. 364. Came out today sometime. Yeah, they released it because Stable 1.1 came out. Yeah, Blueprint Flip, we know all about that. Spidertron Waypoint, we've had that for months. Control, we had that for months. This was the surprise. They extended the automatic belt laying, smart belt laying. So yeah, here, this I didn't know was a thing. Yeah, I didn't expect to see that. Belts, we know about that. Yeah, group it by create belt groups. Oh, that's an old picture. Yeah, 13. Never changed. You couldn't use the one in 13 because it was so laggy. With a bunch of bugs. Yeah. Admittedly, I hadn't really gone out of the way to try it yet. Ooh. On. Yeah, now it's grouped by... The train thing's now grouped by stuff, which we know, but it's a good thing. And the save game speed, which our settings been working on quite a bit lately. Have to see how that goes. I don't know if it's in the game yet. Oh, I don't know if it was in the game last time I played. It's in the game now, definitely, for sure. But I don't know if it was in the game when I last played. So I believe he was still working on it. I actually need to copy and paste that. Oh well. Now I've got an OCD dilemma. Do I bunch these together or keep them separated? You gotta keep them separated. Anyway. To feel long. Kinda want to make the unload closer still. Kinda want to sneeze. Yeah, I think separated's fine. It's just constantly going to be at odds with the different options. And that's all the bell I got. Right, can I deliver stuff here? Yes, no, maybe? Sort of. A few modules. Now... Annoyingly, there's no... Layer passenger access train. One in the orders, no. It's called steel. There we go. is. Wicket greater than red. 1. Alright, trains. Let's see now. 1. Turn off for the minute. Every time 2. 3. I suppose you could arguably name them all the same. Oh, yeah, we've already been through that discussion. The answer is it doesn't work. Because you need to know where you're going as well as where you're distributing to. I did that one. I've done them all. What am I missing? Oh, greens. Yes, I did red. Blue, we'll find out. Okay. And you. Go. That should redistribute them. Trains with stop 9. And how many is in the thing? 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. Excellent. Now they'll sort themselves out and ready for the next time I have to do that. Hooray. So, still expanding? Yes, it is. I guess you could say I am keeping ahead of the power curve a little bit here. Much better. Coffee good. That autosave. Beep. That is significantly quicker than last time I played. That is more than twice. That's like 3 times quicker than when I last played. Oh boy, already sleepy again. Ready for bed again. Now, today I want to try and get more of the sciences going, so I want to look at green sciences. I want to do acid and all that up there. Hydrate. Ain't doing any of that hydrate crap. I mean, I still have a glass of water as well. I can do that. It does pose the question, though, how stupid do people have to be to forget to drink water? And need a bot to remind them? I don't understand. I never understood that one. Like, why the hydrate bot exists. Oh, I've actually come across people that they legitimately forget to, like, eat and drink. Over the years, it's actually a thing. Oh, I see. Well, we know how to fix that problem. That's a very easy problem to fix. When you're running out of blue circuits. There's no food and water, only Factorio. Exactly. Factory must grow. I mean, I suppose it makes sense for people that don't do anything but stream for like 12 hours, which is something you don't really want to do. I think the longest I've ever done is 13, and I was completely done by then. So if you oil people, you increase their productivity somehow. If I oil them, so lubricate them. Okay. Lubricating people, eh? It's an interesting concept. I remember why I didn't want to finish this. I now remember why I didn't want to finish this. Dear. There. I'll salvage those. That was red, wasn't it? No, that wasn't. Why isn't it red? I have to push your whole thing down, tile. Make it fit. Back on the OnlyFans talk? Sure. Alright, let's change this up. Huh. Boop and boop. What is it? There's 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot of crap. Generates heat and makes stuff out of heat and finds right around. At some point it can start making supposedly flesh and blood people and somehow increases their productivity by lubricating them. Oh. Sounds like, you know, I wanted to say what the game was, but I can't think of what it is. Adventure Communist or one of those. Yes, so now, if I assume we're going to plug all those in, it looks like that. I think doing one was probably not in my best interest. Because you see, now I probably don't have enough space. I gotta cram all of these in. I mean, they're obviously not going to be able to do that. You know, the lack of click and drag these days is remarkably disturbing. Can you, like, hold... No, bad game. I feel like there's a way, will be a way to override that, but I don't know what it is yet. Yeah, there's definitely not enough room for that. Shallow Wolf. 30 months of Prime. Thank you very much for that. Show some love and hype in chat there. Solar throwing down 30 whole months. 30 dirty months. I mean, it could just go really evil and not link them. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Like, this one goes straight down there. This one goes, like, link these directly and then do all the evil wobbling that I normally do. Doing okay-ish? Me? Sleepy. Very sleepy, as always. Oh. Like to know more about fast belt building. You'd like to know more about our Lord and Saviour fast belt building. What time is it? It is 9:30 AM. There's a shovel in chat. Oh, that's got a radiation thingy. Yeah, someone slept in a little bit. Also, I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out what I was going to do today. More underground spaghetti madness? I mean, I can definitely make that happen. For the purpose of symmetry, that needs to really be on that side. Okay. It does a nice weeble wobble there. Can't change it though, unfortunately. Can I? There we go. I can change it. That actually changes all this too, to do that. It just makes the footprint of the entire thing much smaller. Get back in there. 30 minutes past midnight. 11:30 PM. That'd be CET? Well, I know, Elizabeth CET. CET or CST? CET, because you're in winter. Right game. Very good. Just add that little weeble wobble in. There. That way it's consistent. That way the one train always unloads to the one thingy. You. Well, plus 2, no idea. It should be... You should be on the behinds. Theory. Usually go forward in the summer and back in the winter. No. The daylight savings change is 3 months away? April, May normally. Alright. Let's change this. You go there, you go all of there. Like that. Hey, watched a few of the streams on YouTube. First time catching live. Nice. How you doing? Oh, you know what I always forget to do? You actually reminded me. I thought of it like years ago, and I never followed through on it. Is to put in a community post to say going live, because that's actually what they're there for. Which is surprisingly relevant given the current current climate this week. Surprisingly relevant. 7. That's 7. This one should go down to there. Current climate? The whole breaking the algorithm by doing a community poll. Hey, take a bit. How you doing? Yeah, because it turns out that because community posts was meant to, YouTube introduced it because people were so. Before community posts were a thing, people would do, "Hey, I'm going live" videos, like 30-second going live videos, saying, "Hey guys, I'm going live on on Twitch now," which kind of annoys YouTube. Hey, Spimples, how you doing? And then when they finish with the stream, they delete the video. The problem is that when you do that, you absolutely destroy the channel because it pushes this 30-second video out, and then you delete it. So there's suddenly this big vacuum, and the thing says, "Okay, you're an idiot," and then drives your channel out of the algorithm. Like the algorithm says, "Okay, your channel's stupid and you're an idiot," so it stops recommending videos. Fine. How is the heat down under? The heat's actually been pretty good. I mean, it's humid again. It was raining all yesterday. But yeah, so people doing that, and so with these going live videos, and so they introduced the community tab, so you could put a post in that says they're going live and all that to stop people putting up these videos. But people did it once, and it didn't really do anything because it was a new feature, and so everyone kind of forgot it existed. And so YouTube just kept turning the knob up on it to make it more and more effective. 2023 Spoonpool Mojang local collab. Nice. That sounds like a plan. So yeah, so over time YouTube was just cranking up the community posts to make them more and more effective, and then a few shrewd people started noticing what was going on, and anyone with like deep SEO knowledge could abuse it pretty well. I'll delete all that. I gotta, speaking of, Ike is insisting that I come to a TwitchCon too at some point. Hmm. 7. Ah, 7. There we go. There we go. So, 7. Even though it's a little bit forward. We can do better. Like that. What you been up to, Spoomples? All anyway. Been a busy work week for me. And username, how you doing? And a couple of those where they spam with keywords as well. Yeah, people have been doing it for, like, I speculate on Discord that, like, you look through Spiff's community posts and you can see he's been aware for it for at least 6 months. And it turns out he's always been aware of it. I'd been aware of it for a long time as well. I'd heard that they were quite powerful, but I never really did anything with it. Which arguably I probably should have. Because saying, hey, I'm working on this new thing is actually quite powerful. But as with all good things, it's gone now. They've toned it down massively. I want that thing. I'm gonna have to push all this up next. Not much happening. I'm just waiting for SpaceX launches. Yeah, and they cancelled the last one. It was aborted at the last minute. I didn't get to see the full dealio, but I heard that they couldn't get approval to actually launch, of all things, which is that's a unique one. Alright, how much more space does this thing need? I'm not very good at estimating the amount of space needed. Actually, we can probably work it out because we know it needs 7 tiles that way. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There. There. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 14, 21, 28. Yeah, 20, yeah, okay, 20 minutes. But yeah, they couldn't get the, as I understand, they couldn't get the approval to actually launch. You. 36. 6, 1, 2. 28. That there. I haven't actually caught up on what the story is. There it is. This whole thing needs to move. Where was it originally? There, up to there. Trouble is this crap's going to be in the way. This crap. Always attempt to complete pre-launch activities before an abort. Even though they knew they were going to abort from the start, they still just went through with it anyway. No, they still just went through the motions anyway. As an exercise. Miss super fast personal bots. I do like the Factorio extended bots. Haven't used them in years. And these, and I haven't, since I last played Factorio extended, some Mark III bots were added too. So these are super duper fast bots. Now, did I get this right? There is hope. Never know. Yeah. At some point, I'm surprised I haven't, and I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet, as I will run out of belt. Boop. Boop. Plop. I should plug this thing back in too. Charge rate seems to be... Yeah, I actually edited the FE files to fix it on mine. Trying to imagine a partially full multi-million gallon tanks of liquid oxygen kerosene that sound like an easy task. Oh no. If you're gonna start the process, you might as well keep it going. I mean, as an exercise, you probably want to do it anyway. Yeah. At some point a train's going to come zooming through, I am expecting. Because it's a Factorio and there's always a train that comes zooming through. Oh good, it's unbroken. It's just one giant network, mind you. Oh dear. One thing I always forget is they do actually use kerosene. It's like, of all the things they use as a propellant as kerosene, you'd think it'd be something really high tech and Or when I say high tech, I mean something super esoteric and dangerous. But no, just kerosene. I can't think of what it was called. Super nasty one. I always forget it. What was it called? The really nasty one. Hydrazine, that's it. Just like literally everything is wrong with that stuff. Super toxic, super carcinogenic, corrosive, I believe as well. From memory. Just everything. It's like everything possibly in one. Dioxin on steroids. Huh. Of course, I run out of belts, so I can't finish. I start. I mean, you look at that. That is just an absolutely enormous mess of belt. So it's kind of not surprising. There's only one thing for it, and that's to return to base, get more belts, and we shall continue on. We shall persist in the conquest. If I was feeling particularly motivated, I'd push the add button, because it's 45 minutes. It's a train thing. And I actually do need to... I've just been lazy on it like the last month. Pushing the ad break button. Oh well, you can just get nice interjected pre-rolls instead. Ooh, look at them working. There you go. There's your slide whistle down sound. I don't actually remember if it was 20 or 21. I think it was 21. I think it was always 21. Because I added it after. Because I was lazy and I just made the reverse the sound of the slide whistle up. Because I couldn't be bothered finding a slide down. Slide down. Dear. You're looking for a skull drumming, eh? Oh yeah, that's definitely it. Like average play on day 10. I got yellow signs measuring day 10. 10k signs a minute. Yeah, I wish I could say that. What can I say is I've at least got 10k of something. 10k gears a minute. Remember it when you get more bits. Remember to get bits through watching ads and don't buy bits. The conversion rate on bits is awful. Awful. Painful. It's actually, you're basically throwing your money away. It's like, it's almost throwing your money away like cocaine. Alright, we got some belts. It's always nice. That's a nice. Now. Can I find the chests Where the belt is stored. Like, instead of maybe just changing the request, just manually going through and look for the stacks, the stonks of belts, manually. There it is. Just yeet all them. Hey! Wrong one, that one. No drumming for you, yes. Only winning. Liquid methane because it can produce on Mars. I didn't actually hear about that. Interesting. Like, that they were switching over. I mean, methane is another really good fuel. I was going to say, in general, like kerosene's really good, even though you wouldn't expect it. But yeah, it's cheap, it's abundant. Hydrocarbons, in general, are surprisingly good energy. I want to say gasoline is like one of the third best fuel. Like I was always told it was one of the was up there as one of the best fuel sources, but I don't think that's accurate. Outside of hydrogen, but yeah, I don't think that was accurate though. I think there's a little it's one of those things that's true on paper. Nope, all gone. Just like that. But yeah. I don't remember all this stuff now. And again, all gone. Damn it, I didn't turn off quick enough. No, they're giving it to me anyway. That's fine. There, you go there, you go there, you go there. Down you go. Like that. Perfect. Now we just Uno Reverso and we're all good. Another thing we can also do. Hydrogen the most versatile? Yeah, hydrogen is, as far as I'm aware. We'll save on some belt. Nothing on hydrogen, lithium, fluorine rocket that was used. What's mod pack? Factorio Extended Plus is the mod pack. The mod set, whichever you prefer. Which is not a particularly deep set. Exclamation mark mods as well. That covers most of them. But it adds a few more tiers. Of machines. I'm trying to think too many things at the same time, and it's not working. Yeah, it adds a few more tiers of machines, and not really much beyond that. It's a fairly old mod idea. It doesn't add actual tiers like Bob's does. Ain't nobody got time for Bob's. His antics. Yes. You know what? I'm lazy. And this is far, far easier. Being in the way. They're all facing the right way? Look like it. I mean, if they're not, we'll just find out eventually. Alright. Let's make use of some flipping and see if this actually fits. It might not line up perfectly, I have a feeling. Oh, actually. I have a feeling I'm going to have to go over it with a comb, though. To make it fit. That's rotate, not flip. Those that don't know, blueprint flipping is part of 1.1. Which went stable today. So now all the people that don't sit on the unstable branch, I don't know why you wouldn't jump on the unstable. Even though it's even though technically it's unstable, it's generally fine. Or experimental, it's not really it's unfair to call it unstable because it's never unstable. The experimental branch. Okay. It's doing that curly whirly thing. 3. N1 goes into reds. You go in there. 1, 2, 3. This one dips over to there, and then you dip down there. There we go. That's the secret. I mean, it's not inaccurate, but I try not to follow that sentiment that it's more stable than most AAA games, because it's one of those scale things. Like, Factorio, relatively speaking, is a fairly small, like, it's a pretty small game compared to a AAA title. Like, if I was to pull up a game, say Borderlands 3, or even Cyberpunk, the scale between Factorio and Cyberpunk is enormous. So it's not a fair comparison, and that's why that's why I try not to get buried balls deep in that kind of comparison. Like Factorio, it's very easy to optimize because it's it's a fairly constrained project. Whereas Cyberpunk was a fairly enormous project. Yeah, nothing better than physics suddenly deciding to ram you through the floor. I've been under the map a few times now. It's a shame they don't let you train surf as well. Or at least not properly. You can do it. I've done it a few times. But it's hit and miss. The problem is, I think it's a game optimization because the train vehicles despawn periodically. So you can only ride them so far. But And I think it is also a missed opportunity of getting around the city instead of having just simple fast travels. I suspect though that is a product of they came out of Witcher 3, so it's a product of thinking in The Witcher 3 and how to get around in that. It's not like Just Cause where it was something that they actively thought about. They put a lot of thought in that into that one. That's actually a really interesting selling point at the time too for Just Cause 3 was that in the previous Just Causes, if you made a big pile up, like things would stop spawning eventually and would stop adding to it. In Just Cause 3, they were like, you know what? If you're going to cause a crash, you're going to keep causing more crashes. And so, like, there was this whole rail system. If you crashed some trains or like destroyed a bridge, and then a train comes along, it would just shoot off the bridge and then crash into the ground below. The game would just keep on throwing more trains at it. It's amazing. Yeah, they also had to try and make it work on the PS4, the original PS4. It really wasn't much different to when GTA 5 came out, arguably. Because the GTA 5 originally was a PS3 game, which is kind of hilariously tragic. Although arguably they did re-release the game. Ah, crap. They re-released the game for PS4. There we go. Something like that. Just save a bit on build. I missed it underground. Did I fix the underground? Or am I still missing an underground? Need to go to there. Yeah, like that. The PS3 hardware wasn't terrible. Yeah, I mean, the cell processor thing was unique. PS3 of GTA 5. The thing is though, that at the end of the day, like the cell processor was like it was what was it? It was 2013 GTA 5 came out? I think 2013, 2014? I don't remember now. You're talking about a PS3 which originally came out in 2006. Somewhere around there. Actually, it might have been older than that, 2005? Something like that. Like, and hardware had come, either way, hardware had come a long way since then. Even with the cell processor and all that, hardware, you can't beat the hardware advance. No matter what, no matter how fancy your hardware is, you can't beat the change over time. That's an uppity. Really had possibly. I don't remember the size, the processing sizes from them now. Then again, I don't really track silicon sizes anyway to any great too closely. And I think I mentioned it before, it's mainly because it doesn't represent the whole picture. I mean, admittedly, back then it did represent a lot more than what it does now. Or like how they optimize the silicon rather than how small they can cram transistors into it. How they make use of the silicon they have. Oh. Did I already get filled up in that time? I just blink and miss it. Okay. One day, I'm going to get the other train back. That's going to be amazing. One day we're going to see it. The one with all the leggies in it. What's our time at? 1 hour already. Almost time to refill coffee, I think. Bells look like a Space Invader. 90 nanometer. Only 90 by then. Then again, it was a chiplet, so they could probably afford to shrink it. April 2008. No game time. It used for Blu-rays. Yeah, because everyone was using it as a cheap Blu-ray player. And in some extreme cases, people were dismantling them for the Blu-ray. They were buying them and flipping them. All they wanted to do was get the blue laser out of them. Still using it. Similar story with the PS2. It was a DVD player. Does look a bit like a Space Invader, does it? It's like a squashed claptrap. So the X1600 XT will get here soon. I should probably commit to like a 3080 or AMD equivalent 6800 at some point. And finally stop having to put up with this resolution scaling on the 1070. Maybe even get a new processor as well. But money and things starts getting expensive. Expensive-o. Update Gen 1 PS3 to high-end version number to run Linux on them. Might as well wait with the silicon delays and everything. Yeah, that's what I've been wondering. I was originally holding out for the 3080 Ti's because I have a feeling 8 gigabytes of VRAM isn't enough going forward. I have a feeling like 12 or 16 is where the sweet spot is. Back there, yeah, the HD DVD Blu-ray. HD DVD was never going to win that. Noises, Kenshine, resubbing for 22 months. Thank you very much for that. Show some love and hype in chat there for Kenshine. That amazing 22 months. Yeah, it's a good point though. I mean, console forever, HD DVD player never. It's funny though, now, you can get, like my Blu-ray player that I have in my PC is also a HD DVD player. And full support's up in the air. Yeah, it's interesting because they did run into that problem with running out of code space to store all the CPU combinations. Yeah, 1440, the 1080, the 1070, sorry, it can't quite do it. It can do 1080, 1920 by 1080, but it can't do, that's what I was thinking, 1080, not 1070. But it can't do the higher resolutions. I suspect it'd be a similar story with the 980. $980 was it? Yeah, 980 Ti. How the 980? I don't recall how the 980 compares these days. From what I recall, the 10 series pretty much blew everything away. That's how I remember it. Six. I need a seventh. It's also kind of sad and tragic that there hasn't really been any incentive to upgrade since the 10 series. And I bought mine in 2016. It's a long time. Let's try this. Nothing new there. Maybe 3 might be impressive. And let's use 5 nanometer. Kind of curious to see where it all goes, because they're kind of running out of shrinkage. Okay. We got 7. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Running out of shrinkage. Just get in the pool. 5 nanometer, like how we now have 7 nanometer. Oh, there's definitely room for improvement, but the limit is pretty close. They're already down nearly as far, like, or I should say that like 2 nanometer and smaller has been done in lower density chips, and it's got to go into the negatives. You believe there's germanium stuff that's being researched now to try and shrink it further. Yeah, there's not a lot more to do. Not much further to go with silicon. Oh yeah, the CPU improvements won't come from die shrink. That's why, I mean, you can tell when they hit the shrinkage, originally hit the shrinkage wall. That's because that was around 2013, I think, 2013, 2014. That's not right. Because well, I mean, admittedly, Intel didn't. It somewhat had a hand in that by not really. Oh, I see what's going on. Hang on, I'm confusing things. I probably should backtrack a little bit. What yeah, now getting more mainstream is changing things. Oh wait, this one's part of this one. There was, like, what I mean is, what I need to back up was that there was a lot of trouble getting below the 22 nanometer for a while, back in 2012, 2013. And also there already was a major drop with the third to fourth series. That was when the first round of the super high, the good performance super lightweight laptops started really appearing. Yeah, it took AMD TSMC quite a few years to figure out the process though. Flip. No, not there. Yeah, yeah. There? It doesn't look right. Oh, it doesn't flip, that's why. Yeah, they also, you can't actually make a single junction, a single atom. Because the first time you use it, the thing just blows out. Yeah, no, as I say, we're oversimplifying the entire design process, more or less how it goes though. So there's a lot of factors. Try to think at the minute. There. And you go there. Go there. Shouldn't be this complicated, but it is. You also have to deal with quantum tunneling and a whole bunch of other factors. So so they need some silicon to, they need some silicon bulk to mitigate those effects, the various things like the tunneling. So on. Doesn't help that you're trying to think about these things and play Factorio at the same time. Makes life a little bit tricky. Oh yeah, the Intel's getting on top and then doing nothing didn't help things at all. But there's a lot, like, uh, it can't be understated that it is not an easy task to get down to 10 nanometer and below. Which wouldn't surprise me had a hand in why Intel would been dragging their feet. Because it's hard work. Oops. For the sake of cleanliness, I kind of want to move these down a little bit. Like that. God damn it. Press the wrong button. I meant to go Control X, not Control Z. Is it going to be 3D logic stacking or gate all round? Need to read up on... I need to do a refresher on what they're up to now. The last time I read of it was that they were looking at alternatives to... Does that actually reach? No. I'm kind of overdoing the rounds doing it this way. Yeah, last I read of it, that I looked into it, as it was everything was moving towards different material options. And the same elements are smaller, so they would need to get new total even optical quantum. Yeah, and quantum, actually, funny you mentioned quantum. Quantum is starting to become relevant. They're actually doing something that could resemble a computer finally. Let's copy all that, get rid of the track, them and them. No more, here's a thing that allegedly does a thing. Like, they're actually starting to see physical quantum computing modules that actually do stuff now. Right? I have an error. Wow. So... yeah, quantum is weird. Sort of too many. Oh yeah, it's doubled up. There we go. Yeah, this is really taking some time. Get it right. It's funny is I only need to really plug in one of these and then I've got blue circuits for days. Well, not really, because I've got to plug in the sulfur. But I can work around that. Quantum coprocessor. Finally get RNG? Sure. Sounds like the kind of promise that a quantum computing would make. Here we go. I realize I'm only halfway. And I realize the tragedy of what is this unload. 1 box per section. It's a magic ultra wide box. It's a super amazing ultra wide box. It's a 1x6 chest. And yeah, it doesn't need the one on the end though. One thing I hate about, or one thing that always bothered me about quantum computing though was, I guess it's a product of some of the more normal, dumbed down, for lack of a better term, examples is. It actually reminded me of it when you say that, where it would efficiently find all the solutions is like. I think like it comes back to the thing that bothers me is like how is the explanation of how it achieves it. There's more or less magic, but then again, that's like how complicated quantum computing is. I have an extra belt. Or do I? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I know what has happened. I know how to fix it. It involves me running away. I'm gonna run away and go over here. Maybe go get more stuff. Yeah, it's the quantum. I can picture it, but I can't explain it. It's where it comes to the whole complicated. It's because you're basically operating on all possible combinations at the same time. So you can do one thing and then you get all the the quantum outputs, all the combinations of outputs. Yeah, it's a normal CPU. It can only do one thing at a time, whereas the quantum you get all of the different states at once. Kind of get the theory. I mean, I'm a little rusty now because I haven't really looked at it in 5+ years. But it's crazy stuff. Also, I can't help but notice that gear belt is completely empty of uh, iron plate. Empty of iron plate. How dare you be empty of iron plate? How about you fill up on iron plate? Oh, that's why you're filling. This, yes. That was one of those slow lumbering trains. Also, why am I not getting underground built? Why are you making underground belts? Probably because you don't have iron plate. Yeah, it's sort of separating out the right answer from all the combinations. I need to upgrade that train. Might. Probably don't. Probably won't, but I might. If anything, I should change it over to a 4.8, a 4.16. Proper big train. Huh. Yep. Probably just missing gear. Yes. Missing these and gears, which is missing just plate. So it probably wouldn't hurt to push more plate into the network. No. All gone. All gone. How slow this thing moves. It's funny, it's still on solid fuel too. Right, from can I even? No, I can't. actually can't. What I can do is follow through on what I said and make it a 416. Right, the copper train's actually surviving somehow. It's lucky I've actually got undergrounds to even do this. That... Oh, I'm going to get the poles back, because I still use the regular medium poles. The regular big poles, I mean. Steen. Or... There we go. Alright. That's some stuff and things, and junk and stuff. Looks kind of weird and kind of nice how the balancer starts up. It is rather pleasant. Speaking of, it needs to go. I need to move it. I need to move all this crap too. Kind of annoying. I need balancers on these. Still. Let's try not to run wrap into there, if we can help it. I mean, certainly going to try my best to mix the belts, but we don't want them mixed. Thankfully, they're near identical. Can do that. Bonk. It's close enough. This thing isn't exactly meant to still be here for much longer. At some point I need to convert it over, actually. That banding effect again. That's, the lines there, it's, supposed to have been fixed at some point. Actually, I think there might have been a no, that's not UI. Never mind. I was thinking maybe it was one of the scaling things, but no, that's unaffected by it. Got you. Data iron plate unload is unreachable. Oh. The starter iron plate unload? Empty cargo. At least I now get like 6 lanes or 8 lanes more to work with. Hmm. Also, some inserters might help too. It doesn't have the iron plate to make more inserters. Alright then. Have to do it the old-fashioned way. Red planner? Can we reverse that? Oh, right. Gotta press the right button to make the upgrade planner do their thing. It definitely helps to press the right button. For some reason I always hold down shift instead of right mouse. And as soon as you're done unloading, pull this train to bits. Remake it in the image of this sleek modern design. As soon as the boss feel like making it. But as soon as we replace this train, then we're going to go take a coffee break. I could use a coffee break. And then we'll work on getting the blue circuits up and running. I'll tell this to continue upgrading. Built yet? We're built yet. Hmm. Tell you what, you just do a lap there. It's fine. Or you just get stuck immediately. That's also fine. That I can work with, sure. Not really. I suppose I'll give you fuel then. That might make it more willing to do the work. Away with ye! Yeah, fix that too. I need to do some train wagon colours or train loco colours. I haven't really done that in a long time. I don't normally do it anyway. Where's this crap going? Oh, you're in need of undergrounds. Hmm. 160,000 iron plate. Oh dear. CPU is getting angry for some reason. Reasons. That's why it's getting so angry. Right, they're all unloading. Need solid fuel there. Any more? I'll get rid of that. Now we do need some undergrounds, ideally. Sooner rather than later. Sneak these things through here, probably. There, that's snuck through. What I'm going to do is have these dump just into chests. Just want to get them up further. Actually getting stuff happening here. Stuff's getting connected. This is good. And one thing. Somewhere around here. If I can paint these things straight, mind you. Like that. They can stay as regular thingies. Yep, sucking it up. That means I can get rid of the ones over here. They are there. I think there's a few more around here somewhere. There's a copper one. It's still running on the original loader I gave it all that time ago. The original yellow loader. This poor starter base, there's not really much left of it. Another one. Like, these can all just do gears now. None of that's needed. Arguably, if anything, the gears are needed. They're the priority. Oh, that's why. That. Oh, you overloaded. No. Need gears. We're making. Okay, it's just slow. He's doing it. Okay. Arguably, what I could do... Oh, yeah, we're starting to make a few things. There we go. It's happening. The undergrounds are happening. Kind of important. I need these built. Oh yeah. Kind of important, that one. Did I actually plug these in? Must have. Either way... That thing can just do that now, because we've got the lanes to do it, and that can go there. Now we've got everything we could ever possibly need. Including a flurry of red circuits. A lot of red circuits. And the solar's done. The solar is discharging. Charging spike. Oh dear. Charging spike is so short. Look at 900, 1 gigawatt. I have a feeling it finishes charging before the light finishes coming up. Gonna go down. Flying down the accumulators. And off. Charging. It's only halfway to full light. Uh, hmm. I mean, the more the light, the more the day comes forward, the faster it charges. Oh, it's actually pretty close. We'll finish. Which will reach maximum first, the accumulated charge or the power output of the solar panel? 930, 50. Nah, it's pretty close though. Pretty close. Anyway, it is now time for me to take a quick break. So I shall go do that, and then we shall continue on. So don't go too far.